Did you know 2024 is set to be one of the most exciting years for motorcycles? Today, we're diving deep into the top 100 rumors about next year's models that are gearing up to change the game. Let's get started. Power-packed performers. We start with the KTM 1390 Super Duke. KTM pumped up the Super Duke from a 1290 to a 1390? But it's not just a power upgrade. The 1390 Super Duke has been fine-tuned for a thrilling performance that has adrenaline junkies cheering. KTM is now looking to boost the power across all their models with the 1290 engine, including the Adventure lineup and the Super Duke GT Sports Tourer. Just imagine the thrill of that added horsepower. Moving on, let's talk about the KTM 1390 Adventure. If you're all about big adventures, this bike is your dream ride. It's packed with even more power now, perfect for tearing up highways and tackling rough back roads. Built tough and ready for anything, the KTM 1390 Adventure is the go-to choice for anyone looking for a powerful and versatile bike to take on any journey. For rally enthusiasts, there's something special, the rally version. This beast starts with the solid base of a 1390, but cranks it up with a bold, rally-inspired design. Ready for the roughest off-road challenges, it comes with top-notch suspension, tough tires, and a look that's as fierce as its performance. If you're chasing peak performance off the beaten path, this is the bike for you. And then, there's this road-going beast that seems like it's gearing up to take on the Ducati Multistrada V4 Pikes peak. It's got this aggressive look, a 17-inch front wheel, and get this, winglets that add downforce. It's like the bigger brother of the 890 SMT they launched last year, but with almost double the power. But if you think shifting gears is a hassle, wait until you see what's rolling out to make your ride smoother than ever. Automatic Revolution. Now, it's not all about bigger engines. KTM is also focusing on innovative technology. At the Erzberg Rodeo event in Austria, they showcased a 1390 prototype equipped with their new AMT system, automated manual transmission. This system simplifies riding by managing the clutch automatically, similar to Honda's e-clutch system. You have the option to let the bike auto-select gears for you, or take over with manual controls on the handle. This technology offers the simplicity of an automatic with the engagement of a manual transmission. And while some might scoff at the idea of an automatic motorcycle, remember how well Honda's DCT has been selling? It looks like the auto-clutch trend is catching on, and more manufacturers are jumping on the bandwagon. Speaking of revolutions, did you know Yamaha is about to transform how we ride our favorite bikes? Introducing the Yamaha Automatic CP2 models. Yamaha is shaking up the motorcycle world with plans for an automatic version of their iconic CP2 parallel twin engine. This powerhouse engine is the heart of many popular bikes, from the sleek MT-07 naked bike to the vintage-styled XSR 700. It also powers the adrenaline-pumping R7 sports bike, the rugged Tenere 700 adventure bike, and the versatile Tracer 7 sports tourer. What's really cool is that Yamaha's move toward automatic transmissions could make these bikes even more user-friendly. Imagine the ease of riding without the need to shift gears manually. Perfect for both new riders and seasoned bikers looking for a smoother ride. Keep your eyes peeled. We might just see these affordable bikes getting an automatic upgrade soon. On the other end of the spectrum, BMW isn't sitting quietly either. They're working on a system called ASA, or Automated Shifter Assistant. It's fascinating to see automatic motorcycles becoming such a big deal, right? This year, it seems like all the top manufacturers are focusing on making riding as smooth and as effortless as possible. BMW plans to introduce this system in their upcoming R3100 GS Adventure. This bike is the larger tanked, long-distance version of the 1300 GS that rolled out earlier this year. Some type of approval documents that leaked online show some details like top speed and total weight, which are a bit lower than the new 1300 GS, but that's expected given the larger fuel tank. If you're looking for a big bike that lets you cruise hundreds of miles without shifting gears, keep your eyes peeled toward the end of this year for this big reveal. If you're a fan of classic rides, BMW might just have the perfect thing brewing. There's exciting talk about a new air-controlled GS bike based on the R12 platform. This lineup already boasts the R12 Cruiser, but now there's a new kid on the block. Recently spotted in testing, the BMW RS12 GS stands tall with knobby tires, spoked wheels, and a beefy 21-inch front wheel. It looks like it's gearing up to be the next-gen urban GS, but with a twist for hardcore off-road lovers. It could even give the Triumph Scrambler 1200XE a run for its money. On the other hand, if you prefer something a bit more on the retro side, remember the Honda CB1000 Hornet? Revealed last November, it's been under wraps since, leaving us all wondering when it would finally hit the streets. Well, the wait is almost over. Honda's confirmed it's coming by the end of 2024. Expect a beast with around 140 to 150 horsepower, inspired by the Fireblade's engine and sporting a design that's sure to turn heads. Switching gears to Kawasaki, remember their big news last year about these hybrid bikes? The Z7 Naked and the Ninja 7 sports bike? They promised these Kawasaki hybrids would save you money on fuel, like a 250cc, but pull off the line like a 1000cc Super Sport. They're planning to expand their hybrid lineup even more. New patents hint a cruiser and an adventure bike, maybe called the Eliminator in the Versus. They're sticking with the 451cc twin engine, an electric motor setup, but they're tweaking the design. These new models' battery is moved up above the engine. This tweak means the Eliminator can rock a classic cruiser look without a bulky battery under the seat, using a split fuel tank for a sleek vibe. The Versus, designed for adventure, will have a single tank wrapped around the battery, making sure there's still plenty of room for suspension travel, essential for off-road action. So, are you curious about what's next on the horizon for motorcycle tech and design? Let's zoom into the future and uncover what's in store for the motorcycle industry. The future of riding. It looks like Yamaha is gearing up to refresh their lineup with some cool new features as well. There's been some buzz around an updated bike, possibly a new version of the 700 World Raid. It's tough to get a closer look because of the camouflage. You can spot some interesting tweaks, like a revised headlight and updated bodywork. They've also redesigned the linkage for the rear suspension. The right-hand switchgear looks like what's on the XSR 900 GP press bike. This might seem like a small thing, but it's actually a big deal because it suggests a switch from the traditional cable throttle to a more modern ride-by-wire system. This kind of throttle could bring the Yamaha Tenere 700 up to speed with features like customized throttle maps, riding modes, traction control, and maybe even cruise control. While these high-tech goodies aren't always essential on a straightforward off-road adventure bike, they could really beef up its appeal, especially when you look at competitors like the KTM 790 Adventure, Honda Transalp, or Suzuki V-Strom 800DE. And there's more from Yamaha. New designs for a Yamaha R7 sports bike have surfaced, showing some tweaks to the fairing and a new radiator fan cover. This might not sound thrilling at first, but it's actually pretty significant. Reports suggest that the redesign is meant to divert air up away from the cylinder head, hinting that a more powerful version of the R7 could be in the works. A boost in cooling is crucial if you're pushing the engine harder. Right now, with sports bikes like the Triumph Daytona 660 and the Suzuki GSX ARR entering the market, the R7's current 72 horsepower might seem modest. A few extra horses could really help it stand out. Meanwhile, CF Moto is rolling out some stunning bikes, and the 500 SR Voom is definitely one to watch. It sports a cool retro sports bike look with dual-purpose twin daytime running lights that also function as air intakes. Although it's not launching in the UK just yet, we're hopeful it'll make its way to European markets soon. This bike isn't just a pretty face, it's equipped with a powerful 500cc inline-4 engine, offering a thrilling ride similar to the Kawasaki ZX4R that I absolutely enjoyed earlier this year. But there's more exciting news from CF Moto. They've just unveiled the 675 SRR, set for a global release. This bike is ready to shake up the middleweight sports bike segment. It slightly outpowers the Kawasaki Ninja ZX4RR. Thanks to its larger engine, the 675 SRR runs more smoothly and with less strain compared to its competitors. Looking at the specs, the 500 SR Voom matches up well with typical 600cc sports bikes. It has a wheelbase of 54.9 inches and weighs in at 428 pounds, including fuel. That's just slightly heavier than the Ninja ZX4RR and very close to CF Moto's upcoming 675 SRR, which weighs 430 pounds. With a top speed of 130.5 miles per hour and equipped with high-performance tires, this bike promises both speed and stability. That wraps up our sneak peek at what's coming up in the motorcycle world next year. Whether you're into rugged adventures, smooth city cruising, or high-octane sports riding, there's something on the horizon for every kind of biker. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on these models and many more insights from the motorcycle world.